Plants vs. Zombies is not a game I would consider horror. Sure, you have zombies, but they aren't really scary. I guess you could consider the price of premiums pretty scary, but you know what would be really scary? A real human corpse. Very classy horror. Yet again, I'm covering a Plants vs. Zombies digital horror. They seem to be doing pretty well so far, so here you go, kiddos. Eat the slop. But as opposed to the last video, I actually kind of like this new one. Fr33xp.xen is a way more realistic take on Plants vs. Zombies off of a sketchy website. This one more focused on seeming like a virus or maybe a messed up prank game. I had actually seen this video way before it came out and I skimmed through it and I kind of just assumed that it was more cliche garbage. However, I recently saw it again, but this time as a re-upload, as the original video has been taken down. And this was enough convincing to tell me that there's more to this video than I initially thought. Luckily, the user Notijul re-uploaded this, because if they hadn't, I wouldn't have any footage to show you and I wouldn't have a video. Okay, real quick before we start, guys, you're really not gonna want to miss this. So I'm actually looking into this a little bit, and I actually have no idea what the original poster what happened. This was the original poster, and they have nothing on their channel anymore. And I went to their Patreon, and they have a good bit of members. They have just gone completely radio silent, so I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so I joined the thing to look at the posts, and it looks like the link to the website is just a slur. So I don't know if I really fuck with this creator. But anyway. Maybe this is a video for a different day. We start the video like every other old YouTube video. The intro starts with regular background music, while the original poster puts text over the screen to explain that they found a free PvZ game when they were at school. But it was so weird that they have to go back home and record it, hence why we're seeing this video. When they load into the game, the eeriness is apparent from even the loading screen. This version of the game was not just ripped from the source. It had clearly been modded and provided by Fr33xp.xen. And I already know what you're wondering, is this site real? Can you go to it? And the answer is kinda. I'll talk about that more later. The music is absolutely terrible. And you also see some odd edits the creator made to the game. But something that I didn't notice my first couple of times watching this video was this creepy ass sunflower, and it scared the shit out of me. The game's texts are all changed but put into broken English. Either this is because the creator didn't understand English well, or the creator wanted the game to feel creepy, which I think is the more likely option once you have some context. Also, I want to clarify that when I say creator, I mean the person who created this version of the game in this universe, not the person who created the video. We see the gravestone has been changed, saying new game instead of adventure. And when hovering over the account, it just says no change allow. The free games button just shows an advertisement, which is a recurring theme in this. Trying to click on the missing buttons greets you with a stay out, which initially seemed pretty creepy, but I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna take you up on that offer. The help option shows a new note, poorly edited to say this. Click the plants, add in kill zombie to winning of game rewards with points to spend in seed. Spend these points in shop or online at Fr33xp.xen. Brilliant ad read, I know. The game's starting animation has some slight differences. It's just hard to put my finger on it. But a difference that you might have noticed is that I'm wearing a hat now. Not just any old hat though. This hat is a part of my first merch drop, which I'm really excited to tell you guys about. I made a website for it. It's MuhKendric.shop. I'll make sure to put a link in the description. And for the first month of the shop being up, which will be today, it'll be up when this video is posted, all of you guys will have access to these special golden glue designs. We have 2 t-shirt designs, technically 3 if you count the recolor, and there's also 2 hats to choose from. Every design can be bought with a normal or golden glubus. However, the golden glubuses are only available for this month and they are never coming back. So make sure you spend that Christmas money wisely. This is your one and only chance to have physical proof that you are an OG MuhKendric fan. This is like the MuhKendric version of having that one Fortnite skin. But anyway, back to scary Plants vs. Zombies shit. The game starts with a preloaded save file, which is weird, but understandable. Right off the bat, we see the textures are all out of whack. The pea shooter has no eyes. The grass looks spit crushed, I think is the right word. However, the creator of this video forgot to make the continue button weird. Continuity is important, guys. But something I also noticed is something that is never mentioned in the video itself. And I want to see if you guys can figure out what I'm talking about, so leave it in the comments if you see it too. We then watch this person play the first level, and the pea shooters shoot very slow, eventually leading them to lose, and we get to see the funniest death screen I have ever seen. So obviously something's X'd out in the corner, but it's not really important, so I'm just gonna elect to ignore it. The person recording actually announces that they had to go into a cheat engine so they could actually beat the first level. Now, one big problem with this video is it doesn't really get interesting until we get to the bowling level, but until we get there, we get to unlock some pretty cool plants. Flower, generate, energy for spending, cherries, blowing up, zombie, and finally, nut. But once the shovel is unlocked though, the game crashes. Conveniently enough for the person making this video to switch the texture of the nut to invisible. It's a little weird. However, when the player loads back into the game, somebody has already had a save. But you guys know what happens at the beginning of 1-5. It's fucking crazy Dave time. Oh my god. Dave, what happened to you, dude? Oh shit, Dave's a shill now, get him! After some uninteresting walnut bowling, we get to 1-6. This is where shit really hits the fan. Now remember, that first level was impossible without cheating, but it's important now. The cherry bomb is now 3,333 sun. Since the cherry bomb is impossible to use, this strikes some problems, especially since the creepy headless zombies are here. Oh yeah, they also don't die. Shout out to that explosion animation though. We also get to see the special sunflower zombie. It's just a pole vaulter. And then, what we've all been waiting for, you're not supposed to get this far. Now, this is what I believe is referring to us cheating. The player wasn't supposed to get to this level because it's impossible to get to this level unless you cheat. The game crashes and then it won't reopen again. Now, I know what you guys are waiting for. Is Fr33xp a real website that we can go to? This is the most obvious setup for an ARG I've ever seen in my life. Unfortunately, though, it isn't, as stated in the original creator's bio. However, we do get to see what the website would have looked like. Now, this video is also a re-upload, and it's entirely too much for me to cover if I want this video to get out on time at least. But I would love to make a video on this in the future, so you guys let me know if that's what you would want. As for the original video though, I think I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. I just really like how it feels so real. I remember scrounging around sketchy websites when I was a kid trying to find free Minecraft, and I feel like if I stumbled onto this, I would be absolutely terrified, especially since it's not Minecraft. My current theory is that this is just like a virus made to torment unassuming kids. It makes sense for someone with ill intent to target a kids game, but I really don't think there's like any hidden lore behind this. I think some shitty asshole put a picture of gore to scare kids. I think that's the most realistic take on this. It's also probably some shitty virus made to mine Bitcoin or whatever, packaged with a little spooky game to distract its victims. And boom, there you go. Fr33xp edition. My big issue with this video is the pacing of it is pretty bad. Like, I get it though. You know, you gotta stretch the video to the 8-minute mark. You see what I did there? I was making a joke about how I stretched it to the 8-minute mark. Also, you probably thought I forgot, but I did want to say that the thing I wanted to point out that I told you guys to look for is the sun has a weird little face on it. So there you go. There's your answer. I hope you commented it before I said it.